Welcome, brave souls, to a journey into darkness. In today's video, we unveil Whispers of the Demon King, a chilling tale of power, betrayal, and ancient evil. As sinister shadows creep across forgotten lands, the whispers of a long-banished demon king grow louder, luring mortals into madness. We'll explore his terrifying rise, the cursed realm he seeks to reclaim, and the doomed heroes who dare oppose him. If you crave dark fantasy, haunting lore, and tales that linger long after the screen fades, you're in the right place. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe, because the darkness is only beginning to awaken. Whispers of the Demon King. Long before mortal men carved kingdoms into the bones of the earth, there existed a realm where shadows breathed, and the wind carried secrets rather than song. This was Velrath, a forsaken land drenched in perpetual twilight. It was here that the Demon King, Arzhel, first awoke from the abyss. No one knew what stirred him. Perhaps it was the scent of mortal ambition bleeding into realms unseen, or maybe the silent prayers of desperate men reached depths not meant to be touched. Whatever the cause, Arzhel rose, draped in a cloak woven from the void itself, crowned with horns that curved like dying moons. Arzhel did not conquer with legions. He whispered. His voice was softer than a sigh yet sharper than any blade, finding its way into the hearts of kings and beggars alike. At first, they thought these were their own thoughts, newfound hungers for power, lust, revenge. They mistook corruption for inspiration. Among those who heard the whispers was King Edrian of Calith, a ruler once celebrated for his wisdom. Edrian began to brood upon visions of an unbreakable empire forged in blood. At night, Arzhel's voice slithered into his dreams. Would you not bring glory to your line, mighty Edrian? Would you not have your name outlast even the sun? Edrian succumbed. He made pacts sealed in his own blood, calling upon dark forces to strengthen his armies. And so began the War of the Crimson Oath. Calith's banners swept across the continent, the armies unstoppable, driven by black enchantments. Meanwhile, in the village of Lorahaven, lived a healer named Myrin. Her mother had taught her the old songs, melodies that could soothe madness and banish nightmares. When the war reached their door, Myrin found her home reduced to ash, her people taken as thralls under Edrian's new regime. At night, Myrin too heard whispers, but hers were not like Edrian's. They warned her, pleading with her to resist. The Demon King's roots grow deeper each time a mortal surrenders. He cannot touch you if your heart holds true. So Myrin fled into the wilds. She sought the counsel of Aelinor, an ancient order sworn to keep the veil between worlds intact. Their sanctuary lay hidden in the Ebonwood, where trees grew so close together that sunlight died before touching the forest floor. It was there Myrin learned that the Demon King's whispers were not merely a means of seduction, they were a form of binding magic. Each mortal who gave and became a living conduit, feeding Arzhel's strength. If enough souls bent the knee, he would not need to whisper anymore. He could step fully into their world. The council, though powerful, was fractured. Some believed it was too late. Others argued they must find the original seal of binding, an artifact crafted in the elder days by starborn smiths. Only it could imprison Arzhel again. Myrin volunteered to search for it. Her journey took her through haunted valleys, across rivers whose waters ran black with sorrow, and into caverns where even her breath dared not echo. It was in one such cavern that Myrin finally confronted Arzhel, or rather, his presence, a swirling maelstrom of shadow and eyes without number. He greeted her with a familiarity that chilled her bones. Little spark of defiance, did you think you could walk unnoticed? I have watched you since your cradle. He tempted her then, offering to restore her village, to breathe life into her mother's ashes, to make her a queen over a kingdom of eternal night. Myrin wept. For a heartbeat, she nearly accepted. But the memory of her mother's lullabies rose within her, those gentle songs stronger than any chain of fear. Drawing upon this, she sang, not a song of sorrow, but of dawn. Light flared from her throat, a brilliance not of this world. The cavern trembled. Arzhel shrieked, his form fracturing like shattered glass. In that blinding moment, the seal revealed itself, a crystalline pendant nestled in the cavern's heart. Myrin seized it, speaking the ancient words the council had taught her. Threads of searing light wrapped around Arzhol's essence, pulling him back toward the abyss. This is not the end, Arzhol howled, his many voices merging into a single roar. So long as mortals harbor darkness, so too shall I return. Then he was gone, leaving only silence and the faint scent of scorched fear. Mirren emerged from the cavern at dawn. The sky had cleared, painted in hues she thought she would never see again. Birds dared to sing. Somewhere far off, she heard children laughing, a fragile music reborn. The whispers did not vanish overnight. There would always be those who listened, who longed for forbidden power. But so long as hearts like Mirren's endured, the Demon King's chains would hold. Explanation of themes and symbols. 1. The whispers. Arzhol's whispers symbolize temptation, the quiet ways corruption seeps into humanity. They are not overt commands but subtle suggestions, preying on existing fears and desires. This reflects how real-world evils often begin with small compromises or selfish decisions. 2. Mirren's song. Mirren's lullabies, and later her Song of Dawn, represent memory, love, and the innocent joys that stand in opposition to darkness. Her singing is a literal invocation of hope, drawing on the bonds of family and community that evil cannot easily corrupt. 3. The Seal of Binding. The seal is a classic high fantasy artifact, but here it also symbolizes personal conviction and the collective will to resist evil. It only works because Mirren's heart remains untainted. The light that binds Arzhol comes not just from magic words, but from the purity of her defiance. 4. Arzhol himself. The Demon King embodies the darkness within humanity as much as without. His power grows not by his own strength, but through human choices. This ties into moral responsibility. He can only rise if mortals allow him to. 5. The setting. The perpetual twilight of Velrath and the dying sunlight in the Ebonwood evoke a world on the edge of collapse. Nature itself reacts to the creeping corruption. When Arzhol is banished, dawn returns, signaling not just physical light, but moral restoration. Deeper message. At its heart, Whispers of the Demon King is about the power of individual choices. Grand wars and dark monarchs are moved as much by single moments of weakness as by vast armies. The story suggests that even in a world overwhelmed by shadow, one person's steadfastness can tip the balance. Mirren is not a warrior. She wields no sword. Her strength lies in compassion and memory, qualities often dismissed as weak. Yet it is precisely these that save her world. This challenges typical notions of heroism, emphasizing emotional and spiritual resilience over brute force. Final reflection. If you look closely, the story is also a cautionary tale about how easy it is to invite ruin. Adrian didn't start out evil. He wanted to secure his kingdom, protect his legacy, common, even noble desires twisted by Arzhol's manipulation. His tragedy mirrors countless historical and personal narratives where ambition blinds people to the consequences of their choices. Conversely, Mirren's triumph isn't flashy. She simply refuses to forget what truly matters. Her resistance is quiet, rooted in memories of love rather than dreams of power. In a sense, that's the truest victory. Safeguarding one's humanity when all the world seems to slip into monstrousness. Thank you for venturing into the shadows with us and uncovering the chilling secrets of Whispers of the Demon King. If this dark tale captured your imagination, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a descent into the unknown. Share your thoughts or theories in the comments. What would you do if you heard the Demon King's whispers? Until next time, stay vigilant, for darkness often lurks where we least expect it. Remember, every legend holds a grain of truth, and some nightmares are all too real. Farewell, brave souls, until our next haunting story.